Good morning to you all. Good morning, Mrs. Patrick. Good morning, the chairman of the governing body. And good morning, first of all and most of all, the most important thing is good morning to you beautiful young ladies, you beautiful souls that are sitting in front of me today. And what a privilege, what an honor to be able to be the speaker at influencing or planting a tiny seed in your lives. You know, what I realized today is that this school has been going since 1903, and where it was founded as Clarendon High School. I mean, how amazing to be part of an educational system that has had the best interests of the girls at heart. I've been an out-of-the-box thinker. For those of you who don't know me, I've been an out-of-the-box thinker, a driver, and someone that believes that each of us must make our own highway. We must make our own highway, get off the gravel roads, and start to fly with all of your heart and intent that you're being guided with. And my message to you today is not only to the school, but to each and every single individual, every single little person that is sitting here, is that what a privilege, what an incredible time for us to be alive today. What an amazing time for us to be alive, that everything is changing. You know, where we are today is you are the future. You are the present and you are the future. And if I had known that when I was your age, what an incredible thing that would be. Because knowing that you have the potential to take this life, to take this world that we're living in forward. And what I would like to give you today in this 10 minutes or this few minutes that I have is I'd like to give you 3 keys. I'd like to give you 3 keys that you can take with for the rest of your life. And I want you to grasp them with both hands. Because these are the things that I have learnt in my 50 odd years that I've been on this earth. And I wasn't always on a highway. I want to be honest with you. I spent most of my days on a gravel road, looking for the highway, but slowly having in mind and keeping the end goal in focus, that one day I will pave a highway. And in my field and in my world, I have done that in my photography life, I have done that in my spiritual life, I have done that through my books that I've written, and paving a highway. And everyone has to start somewhere. So one of the keys I want to give you, a very important key, is I want to give you the first one, and it says, know thyself. Know thyself. And I know that you have to cram a lot of knowledge in, and you have to cram a lot of information in, because that is the society that we're living in. They demand that of you. They demand you to be part of a system, a greater system, and you're going to step out of here, young ladies, and you're going to step into another system. But knowing thyself will never ever take away who you are. And I don't mean from an egoic point of mind. I don't mean that from an egoic background where you're stamping who you are and who your authority is. Not at all. But knowing how you function, knowing how you work up, knowing everything inside of you. And once you know who you are, you will have your first key to your life. The second key I want to give you is to be of service. Be of service in this life. We go through our lives accumulating wealth and success and degrees and paper, and yes, we need that. I'm not saying that you mustn't have that. I have that. Not about the wealth so part, but I have accumulated a lot of things in my life. But the one thing that has been my guiding light, because each person that has achieved and has risen out of nothing or paved a highway, each person has some kind of success story. And my one I want to share with you is to be of service. Be of service no matter what you're doing. If you're going to be a pilot, you're going to be a hairdresser, you're going to be a banker, you're going to be a creative person, a photographer, a painter, a person that works with animals, a person that leads, whatever you're going to do, to always be of service. To hook yourself up to that, to something much higher than you, knowing that whatever you do, if you're going to be a pilot, I'm going to be of service. Whatever you're going to do, I'm going to be a student today, but I'm going to be of service. I'm going to be of service to something that's much greater than me, that I'm part of building something that's much greater than me. And it takes a lifetime, remember, hooking that on to knowing thyself. The third key I want to give you today, and I think is probably the most important key, and that is always do your best. And you will know when you're doing your best or not. You know from a very deep place if it's your best or if you're just cruising or you're just getting by. You know that. And there's a beautiful book, and you're never too young or never too old to read that book. And it's called Jonathan Livingston Seagull, and how just a seagull taught us so much. I'm still must go and have a look, because I feel that my path where I'm on now is hooking up to where Jonathan is, because we're practicing and we're practicing. What point is this life if we're not hooking ourselves up to something much higher than us? Whether it be a spiritual difference, whether it be whatever difference it is that you want to hook up to, but you must be aspiring to something so much greater than you. And if I can give you another secret, make sure that that thing that you're hooked up to is serving in love. In love. Stay away from low vibration negativity. Stay away from gossip. Stay away from loud people, because they are the vexins of the soul. There are many of those. You can see how few leaders there are at the top. You can see how few highways there are at the top. There are more gravel roads. There are more negative people around than there are positive people. And I don't mean you must go through being positive. No. But when you follow those three keys, know thyself, always be of service, and always do your best, you will automatically rise up above anyone and everything in this life, as long as you're attained and attached to something much higher to who you are. The new earth that we have embarked on requires you to pay attention, to be aware, and to walk with integrity and knowledge and a wide open heart. And remember, every person who has known themselves has been on a bumpy road. So whatever your story is, whatever your background is, it's not meant to be smooth sailing. You're meant to walk through that, work through it, push through it to something much greater than you can ever imagine. And remember that we're working at all times for the greater service of mankind and for Mother Earth. And if you don't hook up to something greater than you, you will always be in survival mode, and that will keep you down below. And knowing that you are just a tiny seed that has the ability to grow into this enormous tree that stands grounded on this earth. And I give you that message today. And I would like you to practice these keys. And I want to thank the school, and I want to thank everyone for listening to me. And I'm so grateful that you've crossed my path. And what a privilege to be able to serve you with my genius, to serve you with my gifts that I have accumulated to building my highway on this earth. And if you work from that point of view, you can only ever be successful. Be successful emotionally, spiritually, academically, intellectually. So I thank you very much, beautiful souls, for being on this journey with me, and what a privilege to have served Clarendon High School on their Founders Day. Thank you very much.